Greetings JC Premier distributors. Alan here from Evolutionary Health in New Zealand. Here we are on some beautiful organic barley fields situated in the deep South Island of New Zealand on the Canterbury Plains, some of the most remote places in the world and unpolluted and some of the best alluvial soil. So we're harvesting this organic barley field for the JC Premier organic barley product. The best time to harvest barley is when the shoots are about 20 to 30 centimetres high before it turns into a grain. It's more like a vegetable at this stage, and this is when the nutrient values are the highest in the product. You'll see that there's a milling machine which is going along cutting the barley grass, and then it's putting it into big cages on the back of the milling vehicle, and then we've got the tractor moving the cages over to the transportation, and it's just at the perfect time for harvesting.
Good morning, my name is Andrew McKenzie. I'm the production manager here in Canterbury, New Zealand. This is where your JC Premier organic barley comes from.
Assure Quality is a government-based accreditation service that certifies organic different businesses around New Zealand. It's a guarantee for you that strict quality standards are followed in every step of the process, from the farming right through to the processing, even through to the packaging. Only JC Premier has the best quality organic barley in the world for you and your family.
Stay healthy and
welcome to the good life.
So, hindi ko na po patatagalin, Doc. I'll pass to you the microphone. Let's all welcome once again, Dr. Ferdinand Soledad. Yes!
Thank you,
Take it
thank
away,
you,
Doc.
thank you, thank you. So, mga partners, and of course, lahat ng ating mga tagapanood sa araw na ito, sa iba't ibang bansa, magandang araw po sa inyo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Dr. Ferdinand Soledad po, ang inyong medical director. And right now, is tasked to talk about healthy money. Okay. We know for a fact na importante talaga yung being healthy. And the body, yung tinatawag nating katawan natin, has the innate capacity to heal itself. Ibig sabihin, may kakayahan talaga yung katawan natin na magpagaling. Anumang uri ng karamdaman yung papasok sa atin. And definitely, may requirement. Di ba? So, the next question is, why do we get sick? Bakit ba tayo nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na karamdaman? Di ba? Maraming factors that we should consider in getting sick. Siyempre, number one dyan, o pangunahin dyan, yung tinatawag nating stress. Alam nyo, napaka-broad ng salitang stress, pero lahat po yan, it encompasses everything. Di ba? Stress sa trabaho, stress sa asawa, stress sa mga anak, stress sa environment. No? Yun lang, the fact na nagda-drive ka lang and kinat ka, na-stress ka. Kasi somebody is actually, ika nga, sinira niya yung tinatawag nating ganda ng takbo mo. Di ba? And it will even cause accident, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, pangit yun. The next is toxin buildup, di ba? Yung mga lason na nakukuha natin sa ating kinakain, sa environment natin. And of course, ito ang pinaka-importante. Nabuhay ang kabataan ngayon with the food that is not good for the body. And what is that? Yung ating poor nutrition. Alam niyo po, napakahirap. Yung mga bata ngayon, ang kinakain nila, hindi na mga gulay-gulay, di ba? Yung tinatawag nating fast food. Kaya nga sabi natin, fast food, fast death din. Diba? Now, lack of sleep. People right now, especially here, no, in Manila, 24 hours na ang operation ng tao ngayon dito. Wala nang tulugan, ika nga. Lack of sleep definitely cause a lot of trouble sa body. Diba? And of course, infection. Katatapos ng pandemya natin, and definitely it causes a lot of issues, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, but throughout the world. And it is one form of infection. Now, what are the major causes of death? Ano ba yung mga pangunahing dahilan kung bakit tayo namamatay? Diba? In the modern day, sabi nga natin, death are caused by diseases. Di ba? Sakit. Hindi na yung tinatawag nating people die of old age. Wala na yun ngayon eh. It is all because of a lot of issues. No? Yung top leading causes of death natin from 1999 up to present, kung titignan natin, heart disease, sakit sa puso. And it's even the number one cardiovascular disease. No? Sa buong mundo yan. Ha? We're talking about the whole world. And sa Pilipinas, definitely heart attack pa din. Heart diseases pa rin. No? And sunod is cancer. And of course, diabetes and insomnia. No, now, let's talk about cardiovascular diseases. Di ba? Walang oras yan. Walang oras na pwedeng sabihin natin, atakihin ako ngayong oras na to. No. It happens anytime. And mind you guys, heart diseases and stroke kills 1/3 of all deaths globally. Ibig sabihin, 1/3 ng population ng mga namamatay is because of cardiovascular diseases. OMG. Diba? Marami akong kaibigan. Magugulat ka na lang, patay na. Diba? Same age or even younger than me. Now in the Philippines, pag-usapan natin Pilipinas na lang. It shows na number one killer disease sa atin, cardiovascular disorders pa rin. Cardiovascular diseases pa rin. Diba? So, hindi ko kayo tinatakot guys but you really have to take care of yourselves. Diba? Now, ang cardiovascular diseases, for everybody's knowledge, ito, ang pinag-uusapan natin ito, yung mga kondisyon na nakaka-apekto sa puso, sa mga ugat ng ating katawan, including yung tinatawag nating coronary arteries, mga arteries natin sa utak, no? And if these areas nagkaroon ng pagbabara, definitely we're prone to have stroke and heart attack. And there are a lot of problems that will actually cause this, no? Marami pa po ang nagiging dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng development ng cardiovascular disorders. Okay? Now, sabi nga po sa WHO, sabi sa WHO, the leading cause of death globally is estimated to be 17.9 million ang kinukuha o namamatay. Sa buong mundo to. This is actually coming from the statistics of the World Health Organization. Imagine that. Diba? Almost 18 million all over the world suffers death because of cardiovascular disorders. And why? Why do we acquire that? Number one, unhealthy diet. Alam niyo po yung pagkain, talagang yan yung nagiging dahilan kung bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng sickness No? Yung mga pagkain natin na karamihan ay punong-puno, no? Tinatawag nating saturated fats, trans fats. Naku, when you talk of trans fats, magugulat kayo. Ang daming pagkain na involved dyan. Even chocolates. French fries, OMG. Napakadami po. And all of them has trans fats. And trans fats, mind you guys, contributes the formation of plaque sa ugat natin. At pag yan ay nagbara, nagkaroon na tawag nating hardening, we call it atherosclerosis, and narrowing of the blood vessels. The atherosclerosis sets in, definitely it causes heart attack. Diba? Or cardiovascular disorders. What else? Ano pa yung dahilan kung bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng cardiovascular diseases? Next is physical inactivity. Alam nyo, yung physical inactivity na yan, napakatindi niyan. Diba? So, physical inactivity per se. Isipin mo, ang tao ngayon, nanonood ng television, pero, anong ginagawa nila? Pag nanonood sila ng television, kumakain din sila. Diba? Kumakain. And, yung pagkain niya, pakuya-kuyakoy, sabi nga sa atin, pakuya-kuyakoy ka lang. Hindi ka gumagalaw. Definitely, it causes problem. Ang inactivity natin will, anong susunod na mangyayari? Definitely, there's a possibility of gaining weight. No? And when you gain weight, dun magsiset in yung problema. Kaya nga may kasabihan tayo, galaw-galaw para mapigilan natin yung stroke. Di ba? Galaw-galaw para hindi ma-stroke. So, are you doing that? Gumagalaw-galaw ka ba? Definitely it's a good thing that you should do. Di ba? So, to help you out, a 20-minute walk, 20 to 30 minutes walk improves heart health. Saan ang galing yan? It's a fact. Galing po yan sa Medical News Today. Sabi sa Medical News Today, a 20-minute daily walk can actually reduce issues related to cardiovascular disorders. What else? Ito common na common. In fact, marami, hindi lang mga kamag-anak ko, mga kaibigan ko is actually doing this. Tobacco user. Yung mga naninigarilyo po. Alam niyo po ang paninigarilyo, napakatindi ng epekto sa katawan natin yan. Hindi lang yung mismong naninigarilyo, kundi yung second-hand smoker, meron din po tayong tinatawag na third-hand smoker, and all of them are affected by this problem. Yung chemicals na makukuha natin sa tobacco can damage the blood vessels. Pwede po mag-cause ng damage sa ugat natin. And it leads again to issues associated with cardiovascular disorder. Diba? Sabi nga sa CBS News, no? One stick or one cigarette stick a day can kill you. Isang stick lang yun, ha? How much more if you have 2? How much more if you have 3? How much more if you're consuming 10 sticks a day? If one stick can kill you, 10 sticks can kill you 10 times more. Diba? Grabe. And what else? Ito napapabayaan natin. In fact, ang dami kong pasyente. They don't even know na mataas ang blood pressure nila. Diba? They don't even know na mataas ang blood pressure nila. So, one thing na gusto kong gawin natin lahat, pag natapos po itong aking talk today, is for you to check your blood pressure. Check your blood pressure. Do it at least once a week. Diba? Simpleng-simple lang naman yan eh. Take your blood pressure today, and then do it after a week. At least you're trying to monitor it. Makikita natin kung nagbabago yung blood pressure mo, because definitely, it can prevent emergency situations like cardiovascular disorders, heart attack, and stroke. Isa pa, yung tinatawag nating binge drinking. Diba? Yung pag-inom-inom po ng alak na yan, no? Isa po yan sa nagiging dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng pagtaas, no, ng blood pressure. Yung pag-inom po kasabay ng, ika nga, kwento-kwentuhan, napupuyat ka, and the amount of alcohol that you're actually taking in, no, increases the possibility of you undergoing increased blood pressure and heart attack. Diba? And what else? High cholesterol level. Diba? High cholesterol level. So definitely, pag mataas po ang cholesterol sa katawan mo, anong ine-expect mo? Napakaraming uri ng taba. No? Napakaraming uri ng taba sa body. We're talking about the total cholesterol, we're talking about the bad cholesterol, which is the LDL. Okay? Meron pa tayong ibang uri like triglycerides. No? All of this actually contributes to the problem. Yung bad cholesterol lang, ang laking issue niyan. Eh. Diba? So, this one contributes to the buildup of plaques, which narrows the arteries of the body. Diba? Now, there's a study done in the ABC News, no? Na nalathala ito sa ABC News. More than 40% of US adults, 40% po ng mga tao, yung mga adults sa US, are unaware that they have an increased cholesterol in the body. At kapag hindi po ninyo nagamot yan, yan na nagli-lead sa emergency, which is heart attack. Alam niyo po ang number 1 symptom ng heart attack? Chest pain leading to death. Diba? Sino bang gusto niya? Diba? No, what else? Ano pang leading possible problem that will lead to cardiovascular diseases? Obesity. Overweight. Kung sino man yung nakakakilala sa akin before, you'll probably be amazed, no? Or magugulat kayo. Ba't parang pumayat si Doc? Yeah, because I'm overweight. before. Now, they thought I'm okay lang, but pag tinignan ko yung sa scale, overweight ako. But I tried to control it. Now, I am at the level, ang BMI ko po, napakaganda na. Di ba? So, guys, obesity. Importante po na kontrolin natin yung timbang natin. Di ba? Obesity is one of the biggest factors that leads to increased blood pressure and cholesterol increase in the body. Okay? And mind you guys, there's a study, no? Sabi nga sa NBC News, no? Being obese can kill you. Obesity, simplihin na lang natin, obesity kills. So, ang challenge ko sa inyo, check out your weight. Punta kayo sa scale. Check nyo yung scale. And do the BMI, Body Mass Index. Tignan natin kung nasaan ka. Diba? There are two categories, obese 1 and obese 2. Hanapin nyo na lang po kung nasaan kayo. At kung natagpuan ninyo na kayo ay obese, monitor natin yan. Tutulungan ko po kayo. I can help you lower down your weight. Okay? And of course, number 7 sa factors natin is stress. Yung stress po really contributes. The unhealthy habits, no, na tinatawag natin, overeating, smoking, not exercising, no, increases the risk of developing cardiovascular disorders. Alam niyo po, napaka-importante niya na makontrol natin yung level ng stress. Because this leads to another, no? Hindi lang yung sinabi natin stress, this leads to another problem. And what is that? Diba? Kapag sobrang na-stress po ang tao, no, napabawasan sila ng pag-iisip ng maayos. No? Hindi nagiging maayos yung pag-iisip nila. And most of them may even lead to what? To doing something that's bad for their health. Yung iba pa nga nagpapakamatay. Leads to anxiety, depression, eventually leading to death. Diba? So, stress is one of the biggest factor, no, contributing to cardiovascular disorders, but not only that, it also leads to another issue. Okay? Now, let's talk to iba pang topic natin for the day, no? Let's talk about cancer. The most common cancer, no, sa buong mundo, whether it's men or women, is lung cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer, and breast cancer. Alam niyo po, yan po yung leading cancer sa buong mundo. Ngayon, ang question is, saan ba ito nakukuha? Saan ito nakukuha? Well, ang cancer is a disease characterized by uncontrolled growth. Ibig sabihin, yung cellula mo, nagpuproduce ng another cell, kaya lang hindi normal, abnormal yung cells na yan. So, what is the most common cause of cancer? Of course, genetics pa rin. Genetics pa rin ang number 1. Diba? So, kaya po, kung may lahi tayo, no, ng cancer sa family, be watchful. Be watchful kasi it leads to possibility of having those kind of cancer. Mind you guys, kahit hindi po kayo naninigarilyo, second-hand smoker ka, tertiary smoker ka, it may lead to lung cancer. So, sa babae naman, the most common is breast cancer. So, pag may mga bukol-bukol kayo dyan, no, try to check it out to your doctors. Diba? Sa lalaki naman, pag ihi ka na ng ihi sa gabi, try to check it out to your doctor as well. So, what are the other leading causes ng cancer? Environmental factors. Aside from genetics, we have to take note of environmental factors. Yung mga kinakain natin. Diba? Isipin mo nag-import ka ng mansanas or apple. Galing pa sa US. How long does it travel dito sa Pilipinas? And yet, if you look at it, it's still fresh. Bakit? Pagka pumitas ka ng isang mansanas, ilang araw lang yan. Di ba? Iba na, nasisira na. Ibig sabihin, may mga chemicals that are actually being put into that para ma-prolong yung life ng mga prutas na ito o ng mga vegetables na ito and whatsoever. So, environmental factors clicks in also. So, importante po na maging cautious lang tayo. The next thing is lifestyle. Diba? The lifestyle that you have, no? Kung mahilig kang uminom, mahilig kang kumain, mahilig kang manigarilyo, mahilig kang mag-bar hopping, whatever it is, no? Those are lifestyle choices. Lifestyle choices that may actually lead to another issue, which is cancer. Now, pag-usapan pa natin iba pang sakit. Let's talk about the most common sickness also right now in the Philippines, which is diabetes. It's a chronic condition characterized by what? Increased level of sugar in the body, especially in the blood. Alam niyo ba? It has two types. We have diabetes type 1 and diabetes type 2. Yung type 1 po, ito yung insulin dependent. The type 2 is non-insulin dependent. Pero marami po yung tinatawag natin acquired diabetes, which is type 2. Now, alam niyo ba na 9th cause ng worldwide death noong 2019 is diabetes. Kanino galing yung facts na to? Sa WHO. Number 9 killer disease worldwide, diabetes. Diba? So, sabi ko nga, we have type 1, which is insulin dependent, and we have type 2, which is non-insulin dependent. Now, maraming tao, they tend to neglect the possibility of having an acquired diabetes. Diba? Pag nakakuha ka nito at hindi mo pinapansin, this may lead to another issue. Ano yun? Pag nasugatan ka, mapapansin mo, parang ang bagal ng healing ng sugat ko. And, mind you guys, kapag talagang mataas na yan at hindi ka naggamot, pwedeng mapunta sa kakaibang uri ng sugat yan. Yung simpleng sugat mo, mabubulok yan. And kapag nabulok yan, it will lead to amputation. Sino bang gusto ng amputated? No, I have several patients na meron yan. And alam nyo, yung sugat niya, hindi niya nga alam eh. Hindi niya alam na diabetic siya, hindi niya rin alam nagkasugat siya. Alam niyo yun? Until such time, nangangamoy na yung paa niya. Kaya sang siya napunta sa hospital and wala na magagawa. It has to be amputated. Nung maputol yung isang paa niya, nagkaroon ng depression. Diba? And eventually, it leads to another amputation. Nagkasugat din yung kabilang paa. So, nung naputol yung dalawang paa niya, the more na nagkaroon na siya ng issue. Hanggang siya ay nawala na ng amor na mabuhay. Love for life. Mahirap yun, guys. So better check out your sugar as well. So sa araw na ito, ang dami ko sa inyong ang dami kong assignment sa inyo. Blood pressure. Di ba? And now, again, check your sugar. Di ba? It's a simple thing, Simple lang yan. Pero it leads to a lot of, prevention. No? Pwede ma-prevent lahat ng sickness nyo. Now, paano ba natin nakukuha ang diabetes? Number 1 is obesity. Sobrang taba. Di ba? Pag nag-gain ka kasi ng weight, malaki ang possibility na mahirapan ang pancreas mo na mag-produce ng mas maraming insulin to actually control your sugar. And of course, part of it is physical inactivity also. Di ba? Kasi pag medyo mataba ka na, tamad ka na rin maglakad eh. Tamad ka na rin mag-exercise. Di ba? And this leads to another. Pahiga-higa ka na lang and while eating what? Eating unhealthy diets. Ano yung mga unhealthy diets natin? Mga sweets. Oh my God, ang sarap. Di ba? Yung mga coffee shop. Di ba? Yung mga milk tea. OMG. Di ba? Kaya ang daming tumataba eh. And this leads to another problem, which is diabetes. E paano kung may history kayo sa family? May genetic abnormality kayo na meron pala kayo niyan sa family nyo. Definitely, importante po na ma-prevent natin yung pagtaas ng sugar sa iyong dugo. Diba? Number 4, pag-usapan natin, isa pang uri ng sakit, insomnia. Diba? Maraming tao, ito lang nakaraan eh. I have a patient na 2 weeks daw siyang hindi nakakatulog. Diba? It is a sleep disorder. Di ka makatulog eh. So pagka hindi ka makatulog, maraming factor ang affected. Yung pag-iisip mo, cognitive functions mo, apektado yan. So, magkakaroon ka ng poor decision making. Diba? And of course, aside from that, yung mga nag-iisip ka na, nagiging deep na yung pag-iisip mo, yung mental concerns mo, yung health concerns mo nagbabago. Di ba? So, dito pumapasok ngayon yung pag-iisip ng iba't ibang problema, anxiety, depression, and so on and so forth, leading to another. So hanggang mapunta ka lang sa possibility of being a patient ng isang mental institution. Diba? And what else? Ano pa nakagawa ng insomnia? It weakens yung immune system. It weakens your immune response. So ibig sabihin, may kunting sipon lang nakatabi mo, mamaya may sipon ka na rin. Diba? Naging weak yung immune system mo. And what else? It also has an impact sa cardiovascular health mo. It has an impact in your cardiovascular health. Oh, paano ngayon yan? Kung, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, maraming tao dito nag-motorcycle na lang kasi nga because of the traffic. Nako, you're at risk of having accidents. Why? Pwede ka makatulog eh. While actually driving, pwede ka makatulog. In my case, pag hindi ako nakatulog ng maayos, inaantok ako sa pagdadrive eh. So what more kung may insomnia ka? There's always that possibility na magkakaroon ka ng tinatawag nating risk of having accident. Diba? So, anong gagawin natin? Anong dapat natin gawin? Prevention. Mind you guys, prevention is still better than cure. Diba? Sabi nga nung kaibigan natin, no, actually ng lolo ko, no? Sabi ng lolo ko, sabi niya, yung lolo ko alam mo, marami kaming may lolo dyan eh, mind you guys. Ang lolo namin si Hippocrates, and we call him the father of medicine. Anong sabi niya? Let your food be your medicine, and your medicine be your food. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, if you are watchful with the food that you eat, and the food that gets inside your body, you can actually correct a lot of things. Papasok ulit dyan si Doc Max. Diba? Sabi ni Doc Max, the human body has the innate capacity to heal itself. Totoo yun. Choosy ka sa food mo, maayos yung kinakain mo, the body will be responsive, nag-i-increase ang immune system mo, your body will have the chance to correct any problem or any issues na pwedeng pumasok sa katawan mo. Now, if you have the sickness already, anong solusyon? There are two things that you can do. No? As a doctor, we can make use of allopathic medicine or synthetic drugs. Diba? And at the same time, I can also offer natural and organic solutions. Diba? Like what we have. Ano po yung aking introduce sa'yo right now? We have barley grass. Diba? We have barley grass. What is barley grass? Diba? So, ang barley grass po is one of the oldest living thing growing on earth. Isa sa pinakamatanda. Diba? And before the modern civilization, na-notice na ito ng mga gladiators, ng Egyptian civilization, Babylonian civilization. And this product is even mentioned in Quran and Bible several times. No? So, 9 times sa Quran, and of course, 37 times sa Bible. Okay? 37 times sa Bible. So, imagine that. Diba? So, dun sa isang kaibigan din natin, actually, pinsan ng lolo ko, sabi ni Dr. Yoshihide Hagiwara, nag-research siya ng about 200 different plants, no? For over a period of 13 years. And he found out that barley grass is the most excellent source of nutrients. Sabi niya, this product can help you with the needs of the body for growth, repair, and total well-being. Grabe. Diba? 13 years na nag-research si Dr. Yoshihide Hagiwara with that. Sabi niya, barley grass is the only vegetation on earth barley grass is the only vegetation on earth that can support or supply nutritional support from birth to age. Buti nga sa kanya, birth to age eh. Ako sabihin ko, from womb to tomb. Mas matindi yun, di ba? From womb, galing sa pagbubuntis pa lang, hanggang sa mamatay ka. It will give you proper nutritional support. Mind you guys, it has 68 micronutrients. Okay? Ang ating pong barley has 68 micronutrients. Diba? And of course, mahusay po itong gamitin to prevent accumulation of fats, cholesterol sa body. Diba? Napakahusay niya na pigilan yung pagdami ng cholesterol sa ating katawan. Lalo na kung napakahilig natin kumain ng masasarap. Diba? Pag pumupunta ka ng Tagaytay, bulalo. Pag pumunta ka dyan what do we call that? Diyan sa area ng Laguna, maraming ng lechon. Even in Cebu, daming lechon diyan, 'di ba? And yung mahilig kumain ng crabs, so, oh my God, 'di ba? We can prevent that, mind you guys, 'di ba? Now, ano ba nangyayari sa puso kapag inaatake tayo at nagkakaroon ng problema or na-stroke? So definitely po, ito po yung nangyayari. May area po tayo, pag nawala ng supply ng blood supply yung area, mamamatay po yan kasi wala ng oxygen. Wala ng supply ng food, mamamatay yung area na yan. And kung sa puso po yung tinamaan, mamamatay yung bahagi na yan ng puso. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, pag namatay yung bahagi na yan ng puso, mahirapan ka huminga sa sakit dibdib mo. And until such time that it really causes death. Now, bakit po mahusay ang organic barley natin para maiwasan ang atake sa puso? It has nutritional fiber. Anong uri ng fiber ang meron dito? Yung tinatawag nating soluble fiber known as beta-glucan. Yung beta-glucan po can actually prevent deposits o yung formation na tinatawag nating atherosclerosis along the blood vessels. Now, anong heart claim natin sa barley? Sabi po ng FDA, today, the Food and Drug Administration announced that it has finalized a rule that allows foods containing barley to claim, mag-usap natin, to claim that they reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. Imaginein mo, US FDA na nagsabi niyan na basta't lahat po ng mayroong barley, lahat ng produkto na may barley, you can already claim that it can prevent or reduce the risk of having coronary heart diseases. Ang galing, di ba? So, okay? So, bakit mahusay ang organic barley upang maiwasan ng diabetes? Of course, again, because of the presence of beta-glucan. Ano bang kagandahan ng beta-glucan? It decelerates, pinababagal po niya ang pag-absorb ng tamis sa ating katawan. So, it slows, in other words, it slows down the absorption of sugar and carbohydrates in the body. Ano pang meron sa ating organic barley to fight diseases? No? We have chromium. Alam mo yung chromium? Isa yan sa mineral that will actually reduce the amount of sugar in the body. We have chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is known to do detox, remove a lot of things in the body, including sugar. The flavonoids, we have saponarins, and of course, the selenium. Alam niyo po, lahat po yan importante para sa pagpababa ng ating asukal sa katawan. Now, bakit mahusay ang organic barley para maiwasan ng cancer? Definitely, it has a lot of antioxidants in it. Okay? Alam niyo ba yung antioxidant? Oxidation is a process. Oxidation is a process of controlling yung tinatawag nating pagkakaroon ng oxidation sa area. Pag pinag-usapan natin yung bakal, pangangalawang. Pangangalawang is actually oxidation. Now, to prevent that, ganun din po yung cancer eh. Kinakalawang din. So, para ma-prevent natin yung pangangalawang, we need antioxidant. And one good thing with barley, we have a good amount of antioxidant in the barley. Ang Orac Barley po ito yung magbibigay sa atin ng idea kung gaano karami ang antioxidant capability ng barley. So, anong characteristic ng organic barley to fight cancer? Number one, antioxidant property. Vitamin A. Diba? may vitamin E, may flavonoids, may superoxide dismutase, SOD. Now, if you're going to look at the ORAC value or the oxygen radical absorbance capacity of our barley, it has 25,500 ORAC value per 100 grams. Kaya napakataas po. Diba? What about insomnia? Paano natin matutulungan ito against insomnia? Using barley. Ang isa sa pinakamagandang meron po tayo dyan is yung ating gamma-aminobutyric acid, which is known as GABA. Diba? It's a compound that calms the body. May kakayahan po siya na pakalmahin ang ating katawan para hindi mag-lead into stress, into depression, into anxiety. Diba? Yun po yung kakayahan ng organic barley with the presence of GABA. And what else? Ano pa yung meron dito to help us control the possibility of insomnia? We have tryptophan and of course, chlorophyll. Diba? Tryptophan and of course, chlorophyll. Now, napakadami pa pong sakit na pwedeng tulungan ng ating barley. So, definitely, barley responds to a lot of sickness. Aside dun sa heart disease, cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and so on and so forth, napakarami po. No? So, we have a slide na pwede niyong kopyahin yan, no? Picturean ninyo para alam ninyo kung paano kayo matulungan. And of course, ano bang magagawa ng organic barley sa'yo, ng JC Organic Barley to your body today? Naku, napakarami po. Napakarami po. So, for us to understand, let's all watch this barley demo. Ayan po, nakikita natin, no? Meron po tayong 3 glass na, yung 3 glass na po na yan, nagre-represent ng katawan natin. Of course, 70% of our body is water. So, yun pong ating glass has 70% water. Okay? Ngayon, dahil may 70% water po tayo, tingnan natin yung conductivity ng ating katawan. Look at that. May ilaw, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, there's an energy given to us by water presence. Di ba? Now, what about if we put in something in our body, like the chlorophyll? Di ba? Remember that chlorophyll is a green pigment in the leaves na pwedeng tumulong sa ating katawan in terms of nutrition, in terms of removal of toxins as well. Now, look at that. The second part, check natin. Okay, haluin natin. Kung makakatulong nga ba yung ating chlorophyll sa energy natin. Now, look at this. Wow! Di ba? So, it adds up to the energy. Ibig sabihin, kanina, may ilaw, but with the presence of chlorophyll, mas malakas ka. Di ba? So now, what about if you use our JC Organic Barley? Okay? Mind you guys, it's from New Zealand. Ha? So, yan po. So, subukan natin. Timplahin natin ang ating JC Organic Barley. Wala akong problema with diabetes kasi stevia ang gamit natin dyan. Ha? Okay? So, sige po, haluin natin. And look at that. Diba? It has a lot of soluble fibers in it. It has 6 to 8 micronutrients. So definitely, tignan natin kung anong benefit that we can get out of it. Boom! Sobrang lakas ng ilaw. So ibig sabihin, if water gives us energy, the chlorophyll gives us more energy, but our JC Organic Barley gives us the best amount of energy needed by the body. Ayan. See? And see the difference. Wow. Wow. Diba? So, ibig sabihin po, take your JC Organic Barley daily and have this best form of energy kayang-kayang ibigay ng ating katawan. So, what are the other benefits of our barley? Of course, okay, sa pagpapaganda ng itsura. You will look younger. Diba? So, sino bang gustong bumata? Of course, all of you wanted to be younger. Diba? So, ano ba ang meron dyan? We have SOD, the superoxide dismutase. Ang SOD po, hindi lang yan tumutulong na kontrolin ang infection sa body. It will also help you, okay, control or decrease your age. Bawasan po yung itsura mo na magmukhang matanda. It's an anti-aging product. Okay? It is an anti-aging product. Di ba? With the presence of SOD. So what else? Tandaan po natin, ang ating JC Organic Barley, sobrang healthy po niyan. We are actually present sa Reader's Digest. We are present sa mga healthcare, mga nutritional guides natin. And we have presence also with PPD, yung ating Philippine Pharmaceutical Directory. Nandyan po tayo. And of course, we have all the licenses in the world. We are halal approved, we have FDA approved, we have all the licenses in Qatar, in Dubai, in Canada. We have presence in every areas. At ang maganda po dito, ang ating organic barley is 100% pure. It is from New Zealand, no pesticides whatsoever, no herbicides, and no artificial fertilizer. Solid po yan. The only premium barley in the Philippines. JC Organic Barley. Okay? So, many of us lose our health in making money and losing money because of looking for health. So, be smart, guys. Be different and be in the good life. Take JC Organic Barley today. Now, bago po tayo umalis, i-welcome po natin muli ang ating marketing director, no other than Sir Jeff.
Yes!
Yes!
Talagang napakadami ko pong natutunan sa inyo,
Ayan.
Doc Ferds. Grabe. Isang kapupulutan po ng aral ang ating napakagandang miracle product which we call the JC Organic Barley.
Yes. Alam niyo po kung nagkataong meron ng JC Organic Barley dati kasing tangkad ko to.
Yes, o di ba?
Joke lang.
Alright, thank you so much, Doc
Thank you.
Ferds. At sa mga oras na to, guys, no, ako naman po ang magte-take over. Kasi bakit? Ituturuan ko naman kayo kasi marami nagtatanong sa atin, paano ba tayo kikita ng maganda mula sa ating produkto sa pamamagitan ng kaalaman natin regarding sa ating kalusugan. Alright? So, are you ready? Okay, so ngayon pag-uusapan naman natin is how to sell your barley juice. No? Meron tayong konting mga tips na ibibigay sa inyo. Kasi usually guys, kapag tayo nagpapakilala ng ating napakagandang miracle product which we call JC Organic Barley, minsan di natin maiwasan na meron pong mga katanungan ang ating mga kaibigan, kamag-anak at kakilala. And ngayon guys, no, sa mga katanungan ito, meron na po kami mga sagot. So wala kayong gagawin kung hindi ko kopyahin nyo na lang po yung sagot. No? So unang-unang tanong, para saan ba yung barley? Pag meron po nagtanong sa inyo kung para saan ang barley, isa lang po ang sagot natin. Simple lang po ang sagot. Para makaiwas ka po sa sakit. O di ba? So ibig sabihin nun, ang barley po ay nakakatulong para magpalakas sa ating katawan. Pag may nagtanong sa inyo, para saan ba yung barley na yan? Ba't ako inom niyan? Isa lang sagot natin, para makaiwas ka sa sakit. Pangalawang tanong, bakit dapat araw-araw inumin ang JC Organic Barley? Nako, napakadaling sagot po kasi marami pong taong ayaw kumain ng gulay. Pero ang barley ay katumbas ng isang platong gulay. O di ba? So sa mga tao pong ayaw kumain ng gulay, the best alternative po itong JC Organic Barley. Ayan po. Kasi ang isang sachet is katumbas na rin po ng isang platong gulay ng nutritional value na kailangan mo sa maghapon. Pangatlong tanong, what if may nagtanong sa inyo, pwede ba yung JC Organic Barley para sa mga diabetic? Aba, pwede po yan. Kasi dito po, at ang sagot natin, ay hindi po tataas ang blood sugar mo dyan. No, di ba? Ganun lang po kadali ang sagot. Wala na pong kailangan ng pahirapan pa kasi sasabihin ng iba, paano ako makakabenta ng JC Organic Barley? Hindi naman ako doktor. Guys, hindi nyo kailangan maging doktor. Kailangan nyo lang pang unawaan yung tanong at ito na po yung sagot na binibigay namin. Meron po nagtanong, bakit matamis ang JC Organic Barley? Bakit nga ba? Ang sagot dyan, yan ang maganda. Kasi meron itong stevia. Ang stevia po is a natural sweetener. Ayan, no, napaka-safe po niyan, no, di ba? So, yan lang po yung sagot natin. Huwag na natin pahirapan pa. Panglimang tanong, paano kung tinanong ka nito? Ano ang pagkakaiba ng JC Organic Barley sa ibang brand? O, di ba? Oy, napakagandang tanong niya, no? Ano ba pagkakaiba nito sa ibang brand? Ito ang pinakamaganda. Ito ang sagot natin. Ito ang pinaka-pure at organic na barley na meron sa market today. At siguradong 100%, wala itong halo. O, di ba? Ngayon, what if may nagtanong naman sa inyo nito? Pang! bakit mas mahal ang JC Organic Barley? Mahal nga ba? Parang hindi naman mahal, di ba? Well, kung may nagtanong sa inyo yan, ito lang po yung sagot na pwede nating ibigay sa kanila. Ang JC Organic Barley ay mula pa sa New Zealand. Ito ang pinaka-pure at organic na barley na meron sa market today. Kaya you are getting what you're paying for. Okay? Number 7 naman na question, nakakatulong ba ang JC Organic Barley sa mga may cancer? Uy, ang ganda tanong yan, di ba? Siyempre, karamihan sa atin, parang ayaw basa-basa mag-alok ng kung ano-anong iniinom, di ba? Pag ito po ang tinanong sa inyo, ito lang sagot niyan. Oo naman po, nakakatulong yan. Kaya makikita mong maraming mga cancer patients ang pinapayagan ng mga physicians nila na mag-take or uminom ng JC Organic Barley. Alright? Or ng barley per se. O, di ba? So ngayon, number 8 na question naman, paano may nagtanong sa inyo, paano mo nasabing organic ang JC Organic Barley? No? Paano mo nasabing organic ang barley ng JC? Simple lang po, ang gobyerno na po ng New Zealand ang nag-certify na organic ang JC Organic Barley. Sila na po ang nagsabi. Ngayon, nakakapagpapayat po ba ang JC Organic Barley? Malakas makapagpapayat ang barley. Kaya ang daming umiinom nito dahil talaga naman nakakapag-lose sila ng weight. O, diba? Speaking of weight, wait a minute, there's more. Bakit? Paano naman to? Pwede ba to sa ating mga kapatid na mga Muslim, ang ating JC Organic Barley? Magandang tanong yan. Kapag may nagtanong po sa inyo yan, ito ang ating sagot. Pwede yan sa mga kapatid nating Muslim. Dahil ang JC Organic Barley is halal certified. Pwede ba sa mga bata yan? Sa pamangkin ko, bata yun. Pwede ba yung inumin yan? Pwede ba sa bata ang JC Organic Barley? Ang sagot natin, alam mo ba na pwede ito sa mga bata at napakaganda sa mga bata. Hinahalo ko nga ito sa gatas ng pamangkin ko para lang silang kumakain ng isang plato ng gulay. Di ba? Pwede. Kasi karamihan ng mga bata ayaw kumain ng gulay. Tama, di ba? Ayaw kumain ng gulay. Pero dito, masarap na, healthy pa, para lang silang kumakain ng isang platong gulay. Ngayon, number 12, pwede ba sa buntis ang JC Organic Barley? Nako! Pwede po yan. Kasi bakit? Pwede sa buntis ang barley dahil parang kumain lang sila ng isang platong gulay. Huwag kayo magkakamali ng sagot, ha? Ang sagot natin dyan, para lang po silang kumain ng isang platong gulay. Kailangan kumpletuhin nyo. Kasi minsan yung iba sinasabi, para lang silang kumain ng isang plato. O diba? Ng alin? Gulay. Yan, o diba? So, pwede po yan sa ating mga kaibigan, kamag-anak ko kakilala na pregi. O diba? And ang pinakahuling tanong, no, karamihan po ng mga seniors, diba? Or mga taong merong medication na maintenance drug. Pwede po ba ito sa mga nagme-maintenance? O diba? Kung kayo po ay nagme-maintenance, pwede ito. Dahil para ka lang kumakain ng isang platong gulay. Alright? So guys, yan po ang aming konting tips na pwede po namin ma-share sa inyo sa gabing sa mga oras na to, di ba? Para po matulungan kayo sa inyong pagmamarket, sa pagre-retail, pag-wholesale ng ating miracle product na JC Organic Barley. Sana po kayo maraming natutunan at sana po ang ating kaalaman sa kalusugan ay magdudulot ng daan para tayo umasenso. O, di ba? Ayan po. So, my name again is Director Jeffrey Antonio Ang. Kasama ko po kanina si Dr. Ferdinand Soledad. And once again, this is The Healthy Money. See you again. Bye for now. God bless.